Initially, we're putting water down to relieve the transmission of any stresses to do the first burnout.
A set of tyres for fuel engines work out about £140 each.
A replacement clutch, which in fact I've just bought, cost me £576.
But we don't really run petrol no more, we run nitromethane. We normally consume 8 to 10 gallons on a run, and it's around about £18 a gallon.
A replacement engine will cost just under £9,000.
Well, there we are, just some of the comments from the drivers that are appearing at Santa Pod Raceway this weekend. We joined the Procom quarterfinals as our first two drivers come into stage. In the pit lane, it's Martin Hopp from Sweden in the Bifrost Funny Body Procom, and in the spectator lane, Tony Donges, also from Sweden, the Strike 10 Dragster Body Procom. Taking direction from the pit crew here as they line up. And it looks like they might have one or two problems on Strike 10 at the moment. Pit crew pushing it back on that hot rubber they just laid down during the burnout. And Martin Hopp just rolling back into stage. Taking directions there, as you can see, just to get those huge racing slicks back on that line of hot rubber. And yes, it would appear that Strike 10 has got a problem there. No fire, and it's no go for Strike 10. So Martin Hopp's got it all to himself on this round. As you can see, taking it very easy. There's no point in straightening the engine under those circumstances. At a terminal speed of 66.88 miles an hour. And the second batch in the quarterfinals, as you can see, coming up into the line is David Page in the Panic Pro Comp. And on the pit lane is the Rogers Custom car, driven by Krista Johansson from Sweden. David Page driving for Great Britain. Just going through the water there in the first burnout. And a very healthy sight as well. The Pricu going just down there, just to line him up on that hot rubber. And we fired up on the Rogers Custom. And the pit crew just rolling that car back on those huge racing slicks on that track of hot rubber they've just laid down on the burnout. Now just watch David Page in Panic. He's in the far lane, all right? Just watch him as they come off the line and see the way he bounces off of those rails. Watch this very closely. It's pretty exciting stuff. Oh, that's upset the photographers and given the crowd a thrill as well, I should think. It turns out to be a bye run and an easy run at that stage for Krista Johansson from Sweden, the Rogers Custom Dragster Pro Comp, with a terminal speed of 192.6 miles an hour. Let's take another look at Panic as it comes off the line right here. As you can see, just loses it, bangs into the fence, and the reason was something very, very small, just loss of fuel, spilling on the track and losing traction. Our third pair this afternoon should be an interesting combination. It's Jerry Andrews, Great Britain, running Hemi Hunter 2, Dragster Body Pro Comp, and driving an imported American car, California Charger, a driver from Norway, Steiner Stolen. As they come up into stage now, after the first burnout, so the pit crews once again rushing over for last-minute adjustments, make sure the lid is firmly screwed down over that man's head. Even the youngsters are interested. So here they are, into stage. Both cars developing 1,800 horsepower. And just watch that as they lose a little bit of shape there. That's going to cost them some time. And it's Steiner Stolen from Norway taking it in California Charger with a terminal speed of 199.6 miles an hour. That's big business in anybody's language. And it's the Thunderbird Funny Body Pro Comp, making an appearance there from Brian Hazelton from Great Britain, the first Pro Comp to have a terminal speed of 200 miles an hour in Europe. It's quite an achievement. A car which has been appearing for the last 3 years in the Great Britain circuit. And he's matched against Born Arden from Sweden in the Dex Funny Body Pro Comp. And as you can see on the start line now, they're just laying down some special compound to improve traction on the burnout. That's Brian Hazleton for Great Britain in that Thunderbird. Very strong burnout, and the engine sounded particularly good this weekend. And the Dex funny car is the one to watch as they come off of the line, because he bounces around as if he's got air underneath him. It's very interesting. There he is. Oh, lovely. And a very strong win for Brian Hazleton, who's underlined his supremacy so far this weekend with the Thunderbird, a wind speed of 173.90 miles an hour. In the funny car semi-finals, you can see Hustler, driven by Peter Crane, lined up against John Anderson's Anderson funny car. This is also very interesting because, as you can see, the shape these guys pull when they come off of the line. This is accounted for by the very short wheelbase. And you're talking about 2,000 horsepower on these engines, nitro-burning, supercharged and fuel-injected funny cars. Real beasties in anybody's language. And they're just coming up onto the line now. And Hustler hasn't staged. At the last minute, he's dropped out. So it's a bye run for Anderson with a terminal speed of 163.3 miles an hour. As you can see, they're just wheeling Hustler back off the line now, just wiping up a little oil from the track. And unfortunately, he wasn't the only man with problems.